Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel for another banger. Now, if you are new here, don't forget to smash that like button for me, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on so you are notified every single time I post a video. And by the way, please engage with me in the comments. It really helps the channel out a lot. Now, as you can see by the title today, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 or just 5 millionaire maker long-term stocks to buy and hold for 2021. Now, if you're just like me, I'm always trying to look for the next Tesla, the next Apple, the next Amazon, because I do think even though the big 5 and all the biggest stock or just company giants, I think that they won't dominate forever and they won't be the biggest forever. Something always got to come up and have a time of shine, okay? So I'll be talking about 5 stocks that I think could bring us a few surprises in 2021. I do hold some of the stocks, so I will definitely try not to be biased. And for this video specifically, I will only be telling you what stocks and just talking a little bit about them and what they do and why I think that they're good stocks to have. And then I will make individual videos about every single stock that I will be explaining and doing their financials and fundamentals and doing technical analysis of them. Now let's hop into the video. The first stock is Lyft. Now, if you are in the US or Canada, you've probably heard of Lyft. I do think that, especially for Biden being voted in, is really good for them because it's going to kind of create like a roadmap for the company and its competitors to build more, not only a better workforce, like better people, but I think that the new rules that have been put into place, like access to kind of like minimum payments and healthcare, will definitely be a massive, what do they call it? A massive catalyst for this stock, right? Even though Lyft has competitors like Uber, I do think that their ride-sharing business has definitely suffered through the pandemic, which has definitely given a chance for us retail investors to definitely get in on it. I think that Lyft is definitely a profitable company, and as we move forward, I think it will definitely continue to grow in the next 5 to 10 years. Like Uber can't dominate forever, right? So I do think that there's still a lot of room for Lyft to still grow. I think in the long term, it's such a great stock to hold. The next stock is General Electric. I do own this stock, and I think I've probably talked about this stock briefly on this channel, but I definitely think this is a great buy long term. Basically, they make most of their profit from jet engines and medical imaging devices, but this has also been really hit by the pandemic. And I do think that with fewer airplanes and like aircraft operating, because people are not traveling much, right? The demand for what they do has not been as lucrative as it could have been if COVID did not happen. I think this definitely helps in the long term to help the stock go further if COVID were to kind of, go away or just reduce in seriousness
Stock
or
to
anything
hold.
like that. Because I think we will definitely see a huge move in the future, considering they do hold a pretty huge portion of the world's industry's jet engine, and I think that they have a really highly profitable business. So even though I will be talking about this further, that's all I have to say as of today. Next stock is Etsy. Now, if you do not know what Etsy is, it's a really popular e-commerce site. Definitely has been a huge winner in 2020. We've seen their shares go like up 300%. They focus on handmade, custom made, and kind of like vintage goods. However, this company has definitely been way successful before then, because when I was in high school, I definitely did use Etsy, but I think that more sellers will definitely be coming onto the site, which will drive more buyers and sellers, which will definitely help to push the stock even further. I definitely think that it can definitely compete with eBay. And I do think that moving forward, the people that do use this site more frequently or will definitely increase, and they do have a lot of room to grow because they're the only ones in the market. I do know that Amazon has made a section where they do have something similar to Etsy, but then I just don't quite believe that Amazon will take away their customers, because they've been here a while, and I think it's literally known for that specific thing. So even though Etsy is literally half the size of the giants, I do think that there is a lot of room for it to grow, especially on the long term. The next stock I have on my list is solaredge. Now, if you do not know, a lot of solar companies this year have lost a lot of money, okay? But long term, I do think this stock will do well, considering they make power optimizers, solar inverters, and monitoring systems for PV arrays. I think that this is definitely good because what they make is very essential and needed for kind of like getting the most out of solar panels. I don't know much about this company as I do the rest, but I definitely do think since everybody is kind of trying to switch to more renewable energy, and I think that solar power generation will definitely be the main driver of growth in renewable energy moving forward. It can maybe not be right now, but I definitely do think in the next 10 to 20 years, we will definitely see this, because I think that a lot of countries and just are trying to go green and onto more renewable sources, and kind of to reduce the greenhouse. I don't even know if I'm saying this right, but kind of the greenhouse and fossil fuel stuff. I'm not, very well versed in science, but if I explained that right, hopefully I did to make it make sense. The next stock on my list is definitely Splunk, which is a software company that analyzes machine-generated big data and has really seen massive growth this year, especially in their revenue. I think that they did a lot better in 2020. So since there's a lot of big data companies, as we know, like there's a lot of stocks and companies like this, but I do think it's good because their platform actually helps customers gather and manage data from connected devices. So I do think that this kind of area is massive, especially for companies like Tesla and Nvidia, who are also trying to get kind of into the big data space. I do think that the really one big downside to Splunk right now is they are not profitable, which is obviously not a good thing. But just looking at their fundamentals, which I will definitely go into in a separate video, if they do continue to grow their customer base, and kind of sell more stuff and market better, I definitely do think that long term in the near future we'll definitely see a huge upside. Now, those were my 5 stocks to buy and hold for the long term if you're you want to be a millionaire. Something else that I definitely wanted to say, I was rereading the Intelligent Investor, and I definitely saw and reread something that definitely I wanted to share on the channel, which is do not let others' mood swings affect your financial destiny. And I definitely say this to say that even though I make videos like this, please do your own research, do your own due diligence, and make sure that you're really studying the companies that you're investing in. You believe in them, because when you do invest in the stock market, you are not only investing in a stock, but you're investing in the company and their future, and you really do believe in what they're trying to do. So despite the huge hype around investing and just buying stocks and like the hottest stocks in the market, if you want to get rich, I do think it's great to go back to the fundamentals and really look at why you're doing this, and do pick companies that you truly believe in and you really like their business model, because otherwise you're just investing with no purpose. And I definitely believe in investing your money in places with a purpose, with knowledge. And even if the stock does not work out, it's not as bad as it would be if you were aimlessly investing. In conclusion, all bull markets must end badly, okay? You want to steer away from high emotional and hype investing. Until next time, bye.